For years, the world believed the cycle had ended. The screams faded, the warnings were forgotten, and the stories became memories. People moved on, thinking death had lost interest. But death does not forget. Death does not forgive. It only waits for the perfect moment to return. Final Destination 7 opens with a chilling reminder that escaping fate was never a victory. It was only a delay. The trailer begins quietly, almost peacefully. Normal people, normal lives, laughter, routine, and moments that feel safe. But danger hides in ordinary things: a loose wire, a cracked glass, a ticking machine. The smallest detail feels wrong, and that is when fear starts to grow. This franchise has always taught one lesson: death does not need monsters or weapons. It uses the world itself. A sudden vision shatters the calm. A disaster so fast, so brutal, that there is no time to react. Screams blend with chaos. Fire, metal, and falling bodies fill the screen. In a matter of seconds, lives are erased. This is the moment where everything changes, the premonition. One person sees it all before it happens, and once again, fate is challenged. But this time, something feels different. The fear is heavier. The warning feels clearer. It is not just about surviving the first disaster anymore. The trailer hints that death is aware, smarter, almost angry. The survivors don't just escape, they are marked. Every breath they take feels borrowed, every second ticking closer to the end. The voiceover delivers a cold truth. You can run, you can hide, but you cannot escape the design. Death does not rush. It plans, and when it comes back stronger. Final Destination makes it clear. This is not just a return. This is a reckoning. The Final Destination series has always been more than just horror. It turned fear into a puzzle. Every movie taught audiences to look closer at the world around them. A falling sign, a leaking pipe, a moving fan. Simple objects became warnings. Death never attacked directly. It waited, set traps, and let the chain reaction do the work. That idea made the franchise unforgettable. In Final Destination 7, the trailer reminds us why this legacy still scares people today. Short flashes show moments that feel familiar: close calls, near misses, and that painful sense of relief when someone survives. But fans know the truth. Survival is temporary. Escaping the first disaster only puts your name higher on death's list. The earlier films showed one clear rule: death has a design, and the order must be restored. If you cheat death once, it will come back for you, one by one. The trailer plays with this idea by showing quick cuts from past-like moments, people laughing after surviving, to sudden, shocking silence. It feels like a reminder from death itself. I always finish my work. This new chapter respects the past, but refuses to stay trapped in it. The tone is darker, slower, and more serious. There is less noise and more tension. Every sound matters. Every pause feels dangerous. The trailer doesn't rely on loud scares. It builds fear by making you wait. And waiting has always been the most painful part of Final Destination. What truly connects this film to the legacy is the feeling of helplessness. No matter how smart the characters are, no matter how careful they become, death is always one step ahead. The trailer shows survivors trying to control their fate, changing routines, avoiding danger, watching every move. But the more they fight, the more trapped they become. This is why the franchise still works. It doesn't scare you with creatures or darkness. It scares you with reality. Accidents happen every day. And Final Destination 7 uses that fear perfectly, reminding audiences that death does not need permission to strike. It only needs time. And now, after years of waiting, death has all the time it needs. Every Final Destination story begins with a vision, But in this film, the premonition feels more real, more intense, and more terrifying than ever before. The trailer gives only pieces of it, but those pieces are enough to shake you. A normal day. A crowded place. People distracted by their phones, their problems, their lives. No one senses what is coming. No one ever does. The vision hits without warning. Time slows down, and small details suddenly matter. A loose bolt vibrates. A warning light flashes but goes unnoticed. A sound cuts out for half a second, like the world itself is holding its breath. This is where Final Destination 7 changes the game. The disaster doesn't feel random. It feels built, like every mistake has been waiting for this moment. Then everything breaks apart. Panic spreads. People run in different directions, making the worst choices possible. Fire clashes with metal. Glass explodes. Structures collapse. The trailer shows quick, painful images that vanish before your eyes can fully process them. It's chaos, but it's controlled chaos. Death is not guessing. It is executing a plan. The premonition ends the same way it always does, with silence. A sharp breath. The survivor snaps back into reality, screaming, begging, warning everyone. Some listen, some laugh. Some hesitate just long enough to die. The escape feels rushed, messy, and incomplete. Not everyone makes it out, and that matters. What makes this vision different is the feeling that death notices the interruption. The trailer hints at something unsettling. Objects stop moving for a moment, sounds fade, and the air feels heavy. It's as if the design has been disturbed and death is not pleased. Once the survivors escape, the fear doesn't fade. It grows. They know what comes next. They've seen the pattern. And yet, this time, the order feels broken. The trailer teases deaths happening out of sequence, moments where logic fails. This raises one terrifying question. What if the rules no longer apply? The premonition is no longer a warning. It is a challenge. And by escaping it, the survivors may have done something far worse than cheating death. They may have awakened it. In Final Destination 7, death is no longer just a force. It feels like a presence. The trailer makes one thing clear. Death has changed. It is no longer following the old path. It is learning from the past, fixing its mistakes, and closing every door the survivors once used to escape. This time, there are no second chances. As the screen fades, one truth remains. Death isn't playing by the old rules anymore. It made new ones, and everyone is already part of the game.